Good morning, people around the world. Today is a beautiful sunny day, so I am going to get the CD175 out the shed, and I'm going to charge the battery, get a bit of a top up, and see if she runs again. I've put a new fuel tap on there, didn't I? So let's see if that works. Yeah, I've got lots to do. I've got to paint the mud guards, haven't I? Look at the state of this place. Look, there's all stuff there to be painted. Got the chain guard there to be painted. There's all different bits and pieces literally dotted everywhere. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of this shed, look. Oh, dear. So, yeah, there's a front mud guard. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. But, yeah, we're in the shed and let's just get on and do some stuff. Let's have a look. There. Cool. Excuse me?
Sorry.
The dog's had a poo. Okay.
Sorry.
Never mind. Well, we all have to do these things, don't we? Like, there she is. Like, all nice and splendid. Yeah, poo boy. Right, let's crack on. And there she is. Out in the sunlight for the first time since the last time she was out. Yeah, I need to get some fuel in the tank and fire her up. Got my fuel can ready to go. I need to go and get a few bits and pieces later on, a few essentials from the shop, so I'll do the fuel as and when. Let's just turn that down, otherwise I'll get told off for broadcasting music. So there she is, all nice and shiny. Battery's out. I've just actually popped the battery on the trickle intelligent charger here. And job's a good one. So yeah, I rescued it. That was cool because I left it on the bike, didn't I, like a bloody idiot, when I put my testers across. So there we go. If ever you have a duff battery, and when you plug it into one of these intelligent ones, it says a computer says no, it doesn't charge. If it's say it's a 12 volt one, for instance, get another 12 volt battery. Where's my other 12 volt battery? I don't know, it's in there somewhere. And wire it in parallel. So therefore you have a battery here with the red and black crimps on. Jump across to the other two red and black. So this little device will pick up the good battery and start charging. And it'll also start charging the duff battery, as long as it's not completely duff, if you know what I mean. And then give it 5 or 10 minutes, then you can disconnect the good battery and plug the duff battery back in, and it should accept a charge. Well, there you go, because that's when we're getting rid of them blooming newfangled things. Right, I need to have a good tidy up. I'm getting there. I've sorted my screws out. I've squirted in there with a bit of lube just to keep the metalwork nice and clean. I need to get this bit out of there. But first of all, a good tidy up, because I just can't find a thing. I don't know where to start. So yeah, I can't wait to start working on the bike again. I am going to get some paint on this rear mudguard today. Yes, I am excited about that, and I'm using this stuff hither. There's a sparkling silver undercoat, and then we've got the candy blue to go on the top, but that's going to have to wait. Undercoat first, well, the bottom layer. I've done a bit on there already. A few more coats. That's actually smooth, nice and smooth. I'm just going to go over it a bit more and chuck a coat of silver on there. What else needs silver in? Well, I'm just going to see what I can do. This front mud guard, it's not really at painty stage just yet. Oh, that's quite rough there. Oh, that's horrible. In actual fact, there's a hole there. Right. Oh yeah, I've got the stays, the U-bolt, the U-bar stays that hold the front mud guard. There it is. There it is, right here. This piece that needs to be sanded and sprayed also. And there we are. Right, so tidy up, brew, radio, battery in the bike, petrol, a little bit of shopping, and crack on. Right, I need to put these magnetic bars up here so I can put all my other spanners. I'm getting a bit full here with the magnetic bars, and I have a couple more. I have one there, on there, and one here. I'm just gonna, so I can stick some more spanners up there. I've just not got any room. Right, I'm gonna carry on. Well, I can see my worktop, and I found this lovely plaque that Mr. Kevin Morse made for me. Thank you, sir. I am just going to drill a couple of pilot holes there, and I will give it a coat of lacquer, and then I will stick it up outside here. Aids Workshop, lovely jubbly. Right, and I also found my mobile phone holder, which will go into my tripod so I can film properly. As it's been commented. Thanks, mate. No worries. Right, time to get on. G'day folks, it's Adi back again. Right, I've got a silver coat on the metalwork. Have a look. There we go. The old sparkly silver. Chain guard both pieces. Front mudguard stay and the rear mudguard. So that's all ready to go. I'm just going to spray it in a minute with me candy blue. Now the front mudguard, as you know, it's all rotten around the arch. So what I'm going to do is I have a plan. I will let you know about the plan if it works, and I'll get back to you. Well, obviously you'll see it as well, see what's going on. Right, let's chuck some paint on this stuff and then get it on the bike. Well, not all at once, obviously. Right, catch you in a bit. That paint goes on so well. It's a nice, warm, sunny day. Yeah, that's sort of coat number 2 if you like. Got to give it a third, perhaps a fourth. I've got 4 or 5 cans left yet, but I need to save some for the front mudguard. Right, that's about it for painting for today, so yeah, catch you later guys. Wow, 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 what more can I say? Look at this. I don't know why, but the colour just doesn't show through on this camera. It looks amazing. I am so happy with that. I've a bit of proof there, look. That just looks amazing. Okay, it's got a few scars and a few sort of slight dents and kinks. It doesn't matter. It's my bike. It's gonna just be what it is. I don't want to, it's not concourse, I'm just breathing some new life into it, and honest to goodness, I am so happy with how they've come out. That looks just stonking, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to give that a good week now, I think, just to cure. Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? It's a much deeper blue than what it looks like on film there, but there we go. Anyway, big thumbs up from me. I need to go and have a wash now and get a brew. Take care guys, see you soon. Good morning boys and girls, it's a beautiful day again. It's time to get this CD175 back together. As you can see, I'm pretty much organised. I've got my rear indicators, got my rear light system I need to sort out. There's the wiring, 3 cables, so you've got earth cable, and you've got tail light, and you've got stop light. There's the rear number plate and rear lamp holder bracket, all assortment of different screws there. The paintwork is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So can't wait to put it back together. It's finding the right screws to try and keep everything original. I have original bolts here and things that are a little bit on the greasy side because I sprayed them. They've also had a vinegar bath because you know what the state they were to start with. But I'm going to reuse them obviously and paint their heads when I've cleaned them off back to silver. Okay, right, let's crack on. I can't wait to get this bike finished. Right, I'm not sure if you can see that, but on this rear light lens, can you see that like misting where it's just been sat in the sun? I mean, it looks okay, doesn't it? But if you look closely, am I being anal? See, it's got like a fog ingrained in the plastic. That ends quite, you see it? It's not good. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try a bit of Autosol, give it a bit of a polish, and see if I can get rid of that that age. Right, wish me luck. Now I've just given it a go. Look at the difference. I've done that half look, and I haven't done that half. So Autosol, ladies and gents, if you want to get some old fogging or old sort of age, there you go, that's a better view. Look at that, absolutely incredible. Just a tiny bit of Autosol, circular motions, literally 30 seconds, wiped it off, and there we go. I am really impressed with that. Right, to the back cave. Right, look at that. I am ultra pleased with that. It's taken me half an hour, but half an hour well spent. I used a toothbrush to get into the letter, and you can see a little bits of residue there, but that will come off in time. Look at that. That's well worth it. Hey, I do impressions incidentally. Yeah, I'm doing my impression of Bruce Springsteen. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3. It gets worse. Alright, see you in a bit. Right, I'm just mounting the number plate bracket onto the mudguard. I've done the 3 bolts up underneath. There they are. And what I've done is, because it's on a big rubber block there, it's so easy to get this out of line. See it moving? So do each bolt up the same, and then go around again, and then go around again. Don't just whack one bolt up because it will twist it all out of shape. Because that's really important to get that the symmetry there. Is key. You see so many bikes going number plates on the piss, and you just think, you know, what a mess. Anyway, am I being a bit blooming anal, isn't it? Oh, it's starting to come together, isn't it? Flipping heck. Backlight's ready to go on. Got to thread the cables through in a minute, the wiring through, and then that can go on there. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, right, so what I've just done there is I've installed the tail light and the bracket. Thus, they're all done up tight because they're actually spaced bolts, so you can they go in so far and then they stop. And I've threaded the cable in down through this channel in there. Next stage is to install the indicators through there via this rubbery grommety type thing I have to reinstall in there, and then the cables for the indicators go down that tube to the centre, and same for the other side, and then all 5 cables go down that tube and out there, and then into the under seat area and connecting to the wiring loom. Now what I'm going to do is, when I get all this wiring in situ, like here for instance, I'm going to get some silicone, and I am going to pack that with silicone, because and all these joints is all going to be siliconed, because as the wheel's rotating and flicking water in everywhere, these pieces die. They do not survive. This, I am so lucky with this mudguard. It is absolutely brilliant. So that's that. I'm going to seal the holes so that water can't get in and it can't corrode. Let's carry on. Okay, so I've got the indicators sort of in. The grommets are a little bit fiddly to get in. Let's put some light on. Never know. Well, what I'm going to do, because there's only one cable coming out here, this goes to the lamp itself. Well, obviously the return flow of the electricity needs to go back down the earth, you see, to make the light work. Otherwise, no earth,
no complete circuit. So what I'm going to do, because this just relies on sort of friction and it's a bit naff to be honest, I've just made up a couple of fly leads. Okay, got yellow crimps. I could have used smaller ones, but I haven't got any with a big hole in it enough to go over the stalk. So that's going to be threaded over that stalk, then it's going to be bolted up, and this earth runs in with this earth under the seat in a connector. So the earth is fantastic. Okay, I recommend you do that any restoration where it all relies on sort of friction earth contacts. There's lots of rubber gaskets and grommets and things on there, and it can always fail. Bit of a dodgy thing to start with. Sometimes I actually rewire the lights with the earth in it, so you've got two cables coming out, but didn't manage to do that with these two. So there we go. Better get some wiring done, hadn't I? Okay, so there we have the earth cable with the crimp lug on the end over the threaded part of the indicator stalk, and then the washer, then a nut on top. Sorry, washer, crimp, nut on top. And what I did is I actually taped this indicator cable to the earth as I pulled it through, because that is very tight. Well, it's not tight as in it's going to harm the cable, but it was tight to push it in, because if you remember rightly on the earlier videos I've sprayed this tarry sort of stuff on there and a little bit got in there, so it's quite a pull. Anyway, that's that one done. It's now got a dedicated earth to make that lamp work properly. What is he on? Oi. No, he's finished. Right, okay, so that's that. I'm just going to do the other indicator, and then we'll get this cabling right through, and we'll get the seat off, and we'll get the mud guard on the back. Cool, I'm really looking forward to this. Right, now I've come across a bit of a schoolboy error here. Obviously the cables come from there and the indicators come from there, and they all go up this duct in through the grommet and into the bike wiring loom. Let's put some light on the subject. These are aftermarket heads on the original stalks, and unfortunately these cables that come from them are too short. They finish about here, which is rubbish. So I've got an old PlayStation lead and cut the ends off. And I've heat shrinked, and I have fluxed and soldered with my soldering doobrite, and heat shrink that onto there, so then I can pull this cable through there, through the grommet, and I have plenty of length to play around beautifully. They are coloured, aren't they, blue and brown, and on the wiring on most Hondas actually the indicator colours are blue and orange, so that's not too far away, is it? Okay, right, I'm happy with that. Oh, things are sent to try us. Okay, so that was a mission. Anyway, it's all done. There's the three cables, stop, tail and earth to the rear lights, carrying on through, up and out there, and we've got both the indicator live and positive and negatives coming up through in this black cable to here. So there we are. Now I've got to go and mount it on the bike and cool down a bit. Whoa, flip a neck. Job's a good one. Right guys, I don't know if you remember, this bolt here had sheared off, so I drilled it out and I put a normal M6 bolt through there. And what I've had to do is Gorilla Glue the bolt in and put the nut on just to hold it there whilst the glue sets. So I can't really do too much with that just at the second. Anyway, seat's off, so I can get the battery in a minute, get that sorted out, get the side panel on. But more importantly, we've got bottom chain guard on. I tell you what, that would have been a whole load easier without the exhaust in the way, because there is actually a bolt in there. You can see it or not, right in there somewhere. Okay, so yeah, that's on there now. So isn't it looking good? Fantastic. Right, I can get the top piece on now. First of all, I'm going to grease the chain, give it a proper good grease in, spin the wheel round, and yeah, carry on. Right, absolutely thoroughly caked in grease there. Beautiful. Now I'm not going to put the top guard back on yet, simply because I need to get the bike off the stand with weight on it to see what the tension of the chain is. I mean, that's quite loose now, but when you actually sit on the bike, that takes up some of that slack. So I need to adjust it before I then put the top chain guard on. Well, we're getting there, aren't we? Okay. Right, I've got the Got the back end in there with a little bit of help from the cameraman. So yeah, solid as. Nicely sorted out there. I've incorporated my new earthing system in with these blocks, earth connectors. There are the left and right indicators wired up from that flex that I pulled through from the back there. And I've also connected in the browns and the the tail light and the rest of it. So I'm now going to get my tester out because the brake light doesn't work, or the tail light. So look, I've just put some petrol in it. There's my fuel can. Put some petrol in it. Alright, let's see if she'll fire up. I saw fuel going through there earlier, so I know fuel's getting there. Right, I've got my PPE shoes on, obviously. Whoa! Choke on. No choke. Happy with that. So she's running like a good one. Superb. Right, let's get that electrical gremlin sorted out. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It has come to that time where I wrap this video up. Have I finished? Nearly. What's left to do? The front mudguard. And I have a plan in the pipeline, so if it works, fandaby-dozy. If it doesn't work, it's cost me 24 quid. So, yeah, I'm gonna have a punt. Anyway, this is what the bike looks like right at this moment in time. What's up, quality control? Yeah, you liking it? Okay. I've spent half a day on the electrics trying to work out why the tail light doesn't work. Brake light works, but the tail light didn't work, and the bulb looked fine. I checked the wiring right through the bike, and it was the lamp, so I've ordered another one. But when you turn the headlight switch to on, the brake lights stop working. So yeah, I've got a little gremlin, got to iron that out, but there we go. Yeah, so front mudguard needs to come and be put on. It's not a CD175 mudguard, I can tell you that much. But there we go, 1195 miles. Unbelievable. I am so pleased with how she's turned out. That looks phenomenal. I hope you agree. Many hours have gone into her. That sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? There we go. I've adjusted the chain. Everything fits as it should. Got a little bit of a paint chip there because it didn't go onto that runner, and sort of bang and there we are. It is what it is, isn't it? I mean, the paintwork for a rattle can jobby, I think you'll agree that's not bad. Yeah, we've still got the old orange peel here because of that's how the metal was underneath. I didn't bother with filling things and going down that route because it's just going to be a usable bike I can ride around on, and I'm happy with that. Right, let's see if she starts. That's the point. I put some petrol in. The fuel tap doesn't leak, so that's good. That's all cool. Alright, let's turn the key on. We have a green light. Got my health and safety footwear on again, obviously. No throttle. That's a good one. Sounds absolutely beautiful. Tick over is probably a tiny bit high, if I'm honest. Let's turn that down a bit. There, that's better. Sounds wunderbar. Alright, let's put her in gear. Clutch in, put on pedal, neutral light goes out, let the clutch out, we have drive. Fantastic. Anyway guys, there will be one more episode to come. Let me just put that back in neutral. With the front mud guard on and everything all finished, but that's pretty much it. Now I hope you've enjoyed this series of this restoration. I have thoroughly enjoyed myself all the way through. It's been ups and downs. I've been a bit poorly, now I'm okay. So all in all, job well done I think. I'm going to give myself a big pat on the back. Right, can't wait to get it out on the road, but of course we've got the old coronavirus going on, haven't we? So might drive around the garden for a little bit, ride it around the garden. You don't drive a bike, you ride it. Anyway guys, like I say, thank you for all your comments, your tips, your help and all that throughout this video, this series, and yeah, wonder what's next. Any tips or suggestions, drop it in the comments below. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, be safe and be good to each other. Okay.